Welcome. In this short video, I will describe what big data is and what are the fields in big data mean. So, what is big data? I think by that term, you can understand that it's a big data, huge volume of data. How big? There are different opinions. I think you can just think it's a large amount of data or huge volume of data that you cannot store and process in a regular computer or workstations. And also the regular technologies, you cannot process them depending on the types of data and the volume of data. The as usual technologies or the regular technologies that we already have, we cannot process or get much value out of it. It's not quite true, but I think we need a different set of technologies for a specific processing. So in one way, big data is a huge volume of data and processing of it. In another way, I think it's a platform, it's a set of tools and technologies that we require to process a big volume of data and different types of data and data with different characteristics to process and to get value or out of it. That's what it is. So when you hear the term big data, you will see there are 3 V's or 4, 5 V's or 6 V's. You need to know them to some extent, yeah. So what are the 3 V's of big data? It's telling volume, variety, and velocity. So volume, we already talked about it. Volume, it's a huge volume of data. Another thing is variety. Variety means it's different types of data. Let's see, image data, text data, video data, structured data like SQL database, or RDBMS data. So it's a different type of data. RDBMS or Relational Database Management System, it usually deals with the structured data in databases, structured data. But I think big data can deal with text data, image data, those as well. And velocity, it is the speed of data. I think you can see the speed of data generation will be high, and also the speed requirements for processing this volume of data or high speed data, that also has to be high. I think data processing speed, it will be high, and the big data environment, the data generation speed, that will also be high. Now, it may not be constant, or it may not be always available there. And just because it is not available, it does not mean that we cannot say it a big data. It can still be a big data. And velocity, there is a high frequency trading, high frequency foreign exchange related trading, and all those things. Velocity becomes important there, or sensor data. Yeah, continuous stream of data, high speed data, you need to adjust to it and process it fast. So some cases of high velocity data coming and data processing is required in those scenarios, just in real time. And another 2 V's, let's say variety, you might hear the term structured data, non-structured data, semi-structured data. Yeah, I think text, it falls more on the non-structured type. Eventually, you can give some structure to it. When big data will process text, it will give it some structure, some meaning, and then they will process it. Image, we cannot say that it's completely unstructured. At the internet, there are some structure and relational database management system data in tables or Excel sheet data. Those are for sure structured data. Okay. Now, veracity of data. Okay, when you hear 5V, then the term veracity and value will come. What does veracity mean? Veracity, that has to be context relevant to your application. Yeah, big data, huge amount of data, but when you are trying to use big data processing or get some value out of it, it has to have some meaning. Any data is not big data, any huge data is not big data. It has to have some meaning for a purpose. I think the meaning is the garbage data is not, huge amount of garbage data is not big data. And value, yes, I think the data has to have some value there. You're trying to get some value out of it. And if you hear the 6 V's of big data, then another term will come. That's the variability of data. What does it mean? I think the source that the data is coming from, I think the data will change over time. I think you get some data and you get another set of data. So they'll not be same. There will be some variable. If they are the same data, so there is no point of getting new data. So let's say for sensors, sensing something. So yeah, I think over the time, the data will change. I think the data will be variable over time or something. Yeah. Okay. So here we described what is big data, the volume, huge, and processing, and the platform. That were the key term. 3B, volume, variety, velocity, speed, variety, structure, non-structured, volume, use volume, and big data technologies will have to address this. And veracity, data has to have some context, some meaning, and relevant. It's not a garbage data. And value, yeah, it has to generate some value. Variability, data will be variable or changeable. Changeable, but it will change. It will change over the time in the data source. So yeah, and the technology will be able to process those variable data and produce some meaning out of it. Anyway, thank you very much. Bye.